Hello, America. Hey, it's Big Lou and Mary Jo. Here we are. Get in there, honey. Let them see you.
Hi.
Hey, and today it's football playoff Sunday, and we got a special treat for you. It's been a while since we did a cooking video, so we got the game playing in the background, along with a couple of Italian guys singing here. And you know what we're gonna do today? Bucco. And so let's get right at it. Mary Jo picked up a couple of beautiful veal shanks at our local butcher. She got it all locked in and we're ready to go. All right, so let's get started. Okay, extra virgin olive oil, the hot pan. Okay, let's get this thing out of the way. It's in the way. All right, a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. Now, while we're waiting for the oil to get heated up here a little bit, you guys have heard of the Trinity, which is celery, carrots, and onions. Well, that's part of this ossobuco recipe, but I call it the quadinity or the quadantini or whatever you want to call it, because I add one more thing to make quattro, which is garlic. That always has to be with my Trinity. So it's really not a Trinity, is it? All right. But the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to braise these beautiful veal shanks. Now, I'm going to take it, I'm going to put that right down in the hot oil, just like that. And at the same time, it's starting to sizzle up a little bit. I'm going to season this side of them. Okay, so we put a little salt. We put a little pepper. I think I'm going to have the tongs to turn these over. Can you get them out of there? Yeah, we're going to need some tongs to handle these bad boys. Because once it starts heating up, I'm not going to want to pick them up. The little ones are better. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, those are beautiful. Yeah, we don't have to handle them much. We got them right here. That's enough to take them there. They're starting to brown a little bit. I'm going to move them right, make sure there's enough oil on the bottom of the pan. We want to make sure that we brown these all the way around. Now, just so you know, so you get your stuff ready, we're going to need some tomato paste. Just a can is fine. Then we're going to need some chicken broth. Okay, so this is one can. We need about 3 cans. This can is 14 and a half ounces. So we need 3 14 and a half ounce cans of chicken stock. We're gonna work on that later. Right now we're working on browning these shanks. See how it starts to brown like that? We're gonna flip that over on this side. And we're gonna season the other side while they're right in the pan. Okay, we got a little pepper. We got a little salt. I gotta do everything backwards. Usually everybody does salt first, pepper last. I just picked up the pepper first. What are you gonna do? All right, we got a nice hot pan, about medium-high heat. And we're just letting it, get in there and start browning up a little bit. Now, some people like to take tarragon and put it in kind of a bag and, some fresh parsley, whatever you like. For me, everything is about basilico, sweet basil. So I use sweet basil and bay leaves to season my mixture. This recipe is a lot like bolognese, meaning that we're combining the meats with the Trinity and kind of simmering all of that stuff together so that the flavor profiles are similar, but this is still different. The whole idea behind the veal shanks is, now I turned them on their side a little bit, turned them on the side so that we could get them browned all the way around. The real secret to the veal shanks is the bone marrow inside. In fact, interesting point, most people, when they serve this with a special baby-sized spoon so that you can actually extract the bone marrow from the veal shank when you're eating it. And a lot of people serve it with different things. I think tonight we're going to serve it with some orzo. Some people serve it over mashed potatoes. Some people serve it over polenta. Just depends on what you like. In my case, I'm kind of a pasta guy. I'm spoiled that way. And even though Mary Jo tries to limit the amount of pasta I can eat, I do get away with every once in a while convincing her to let me do that. So here we are. We're just browning these shanks a little bit more on the sides. Make sure we get it all the way around. Yeah, there we go, that's good. And then what's going to happen is at the bottom of the pan, from browning it, all the flavor from these veal shanks is going to be sitting at the bottom of that pan. Okay. Now once you get a good brown area, you're going to take these shanks, you're going to take them out and set them aside for now. I'm just going to set those aside and put them back into the mixture. But now we go for it. All right. So now we got the hot oil that's been flavored by the shanks, and in go the onions. They go in there first. And my lovely assistant is taking the dishes away. Where would I be without her? And then in goes the celery. Thank you, honey. And then the carrots.
Turn that up a little bit. I think it's important to emphasize the size of the vegetables when you cut them up. You want to cut them in small pieces.
We dice them. We would call that dicing the Trinity. And now on top of that, we're going to let these saute. And at that point, once they've started to get warm, we throw the secret ingredient in, the minced garlic. And that's cut smaller than the other three vegetables. And then they go, boy, does that smell good. That smells delicious. We didn't have to add any more oil to this because the oil that was in there from braising or browning the veal shanks is enough. And now we're starting to see that this mixture, the onions are becoming translucent and they're starting to get warm. We're at fairly, as I said, medium-high heat. We're going around with that. You know what I think we want to add to this? We want to add some butter to this too. I'm going to season this now. I'm going to put a little salt. Not too much. I don't want to overpower it too early. Add a little pepper. You gotta add pepper. That enhances the flavor, brings it right out. And then I take the top right off the basil because I gotta see what I'm doing. And I got dried sweet basil. I sprinkle it over the top. Fairly generous amount because I like the flavor. I love the flavor. And then Mary Jo's taking out about a quarter of a pound of butter, quarter of
Half of that.
half. And what I'm going to do is add about, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons of butter to this. This just adds that extra bit of flavor to this mixture. And this is the time to do that. You don't want to wait until all the ingredients have cooked before you add the butter. The butter is all part of that browning process with the vegetables, which brings out the flavor and incorporates that flavor as one single flavor. Nothing takes over. Now we'll wait until the butter pretty much melts right down before we add anything else. And normally when you're braising meat in a pan like this or browning it first, most chefs will tell you that you want to deglaze the pan. Well, by adding the Trinity and the butter in here and continuing to stir right to the bottom of the pan, there's no need to deglaze the pan because we've already incorporated all the brown bits into our mixture here. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful thing. See, it's already starting to take on its own color profile. And now here we go. Okay. So we're going to add some really important, one of the real important ingredients here. My favorite. I got Massi Italian Red. I love this wine. All right, we're going to go, oh geez, here we go. Here, before I even put it in there, she's got a glass out because she's got to toast you guys.
Yep, absolutely.
So here you go. Here's
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
All right, so here we go. In goes the secret ingredient.
Yummy.
She gets a glass, so does the pot. The pot gets about I don't want to say a 6-ounce pour, but about a half of that. Probably a 3-ounce pour.
Yummy.
Is that good? Well, let me try it. Salud. That's pretty good. Look, and I don't have my Buffalo Bills gear on specifically, but I do have the colors. I got red, white, and blue. See, my gloves are blue. My shirt's blue, red, white, and blue for the Buffalo Bills. Okay, so here we are. Now we got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mixture. The quadrini, quarantini, whatever you want to call it. With the wine in there, this becomes our braising mixture. All right? So here we go. We got it all mixing in there, beautiful, getting happy. All right. What's next? Well, if you're Italian, you know all about this. It's tomato paste. We don't want a lot. We're not making Sunday sauce here. We're not even making bolognese. We got 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste. You got to have tomato paste whenever you're braising Italian meat. You just got to have it. All right. But unlike all the rest of the sauces and everything else that we make, it's just it. No water, just the paste. The rest of the liquid is going to come from some of the other ingredients. I'm going to show you that later. All right. So this I'm going to put over here for later. And in goes the tomato paste. Now, what I do is I clear a little area in the center of the pan. You see that? And that's where I'll put that tomato paste. I won't start incorporating that into the mixture right away because I want that tomato paste to start to cook a little bit. I want it to heat up before it blends into the rest of the mixture. Okay? So we're going to let it basically heat up, and there she is behind me with the wine. She's photobombing me like crazy. Give her a glass of wine, and that's all it takes. All right. She doesn't have enough to do here. That's why, because we already got it going. All right, so now we're going to mix this all together. We're going to blend that tomato paste together. Okay. And now, once that's, like I say, it's still on the medium-high heat. Once that's blended together, what we're going to do, you paying attention? Here's what we're going to do. Remember these bad boys? Yeah. Look at those beautiful shanks. Are they amazing or what? And see what's inside in the center of the bone? That's the gold. That's the best part. We're going to get to that later. These are going in now. They're going in, and they're going to go to sleep for a little while. All right? All the juices that came off of the pan, we're going to put that right back. You know, and I can't help myself. I got to go back to a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. All right. And now, we're going to give this whole thing a bath. All right? And this is the liquid that these veal shanks are going to be braised in. And we go in with the chicken stock. Okay? There's one can. And here we go. Thank you, honey. We got 2 more cans. Going right over the top of this bad boy. Okay? All right. Now we're going to mix it up. Oh, we're going to mix it up. This is beautiful. What a beautiful. And you could see the color. Look at that. What an amazing color. It kind of looks like minestrone soup. The color of minestrone soup. And as this cooks down, it's going to thicken. All right. I got one more thing to add. Okay? Another one of my favorites. Bay leaf. This herb has got to be one of the most flavorful, aromatic herbs on the planet. You know what? I got one good leaf. I got another good leaf. I mean, come on. Let's be generous. Look at that. That's a beauty. We've got 3 bay leaves in there. Amazing with how that smells. That smells amazing. You got to add it now. You can't add it before. It doesn't do any good unless it's in the liquid. All right. So now what do we do from there? We're still on medium-high heat, right? Yeah. And we got these beautiful veal shanks sitting in there. Let's go over the process one more time. Let's go over the recipe. We browned the shanks in some olive oil. That's it. Just salt and pepper, season them. All sides, all the way around. Top, bottom, sides, all the way around. Then we went in with the chopped, diced onions, diced carrots, diced celery, minced garlic. How much? I had probably 4 carrots, 4 stalks of celery, 1 good-sized onion, and 1 head of garlic. Those 4 components, that's what's in the amount. We have 1 can of tomato paste, 3 cans of chicken stock, sweet basil, bay leaf, salt, and pepper. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. What did I do? Did I lose my mind? We had to have this. Pretty good. Okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to go back to the game. We're going to watch the game. We're going to shut off this music. We're going to put the tap on there. And we're going to we're going to lower the heat to medium, low, medium. for about an hour and a half. It's going to just braise in there. They're going to get happy. Everything's going to get incorporated together. Then we're going to come back later and figure out how to serve it. Till then, we'll see you later.
Let's go Buffalo.
Go Buffalo.